So I got a John Deere that I gotta get into the bay. It's I tell you, this thing is a mess. It tires are flat. So it's he says it runs. It needs a starter, needs a battery, needs new blades. He wants to do a tune-up on it, but it's supposed to run. I suspect it probably doesn't. So I'm gonna try to drag this up over to the bay and see if we, I mean, I'm not gonna work on it today, I'll work on it tomorrow, but I at least need to get it over here. So give me an opportunity to fire up the beast again, see if we can move this with the beast. Now, I mean, I already know we can. This one was down the hill from me, just a little ways. And, you know, it was way back in his overgrown yard, so I had to pull it out. So I used the winch to pull it out, used the snatch block, and was able to pull it out. And then I towed that John Deere up here with the beast all the way from his house up to here. It was kind of neat. It worked great. So I'm a bit concerned about this. I mean, he's going to need inner tubes. I don't know what he wants me to do with it. He acts like it runs. So we'll see. could have had my red strap a little tighter. I would have. I had it extended too far out. I need to shorten that up. That was. I'll get the hang of this. Sometimes I have it too tight. Sometimes I don't have it tight enough. But that's why I was having a hard time steering up that hill. I mean, turning on a hill is hard enough, and then you got the weight of that other lawnmower dragging you backwards. I think it works fantastic. I mean, it's a lot better than having to push these things by hand. So, I'm really nervous about this. I guess I'll come up with a list of things it needs tomorrow and let him know all the extras. But I mean, the first thing I gotta do is I gotta put a starter on it just to see if it works. The steering here is really tight. That tells me it's got all the grease in it has coagulated and gotten hard. So really don't know what he's expecting. We'll see. I mean, when I got the call is, hey, can you change the blades and tune it up a little bit? And now I just assumed it ran. So that was all bent up. So what are you gonna do? I guess you just do the best you can and hope for the best. So what else is going on today? Oh, I know what I wanted to make a video about today. So you may remember a couple days ago I picked up a lawnmower that had a transmission problem. The pedals were sticking. Turns out there was an acorn stuck in the transmission. It's a plastic transmission. They stopped making these a few years ago. The last year they made it was the year before I bought the John Deere, which was 4 or 5 years ago now. So I had an acorn stuck in it, so I had to drop the whole transmission down. I power washed it, had to pop that acorn out, put it back together, ran perfectly. So we got that back today. Carolyn said we should charge extra on that one because it was a more complicated process and more risk that we would have to take if we were to mess it up. I mean, we'd have to buy, they don't even sell them anymore, so we'd have to buy a used lawnmower, take the transmission off the used lawnmower, put it on the customers. So, I mean, we still would have made money because then I would have just parted out the rest of the lawnmower. But, you know, it's all work and risk. And oh man, I'm telling you, I'm a little bit worried about this lawnmower. Let's see if there's any oil in it. Yeah, there's some dirty. Told you a while back that Skitty wasn't feeling good. It definitely was the heat. It got hot again the other day, and she went right back into recluse mode. She was hiding underneath the house, which she hadn't done all summer. She hadn't done that in years. And today she's out playing, and she was rolling around in the tarp over here and having a good time. And she's back to eating a lot. So we're gonna fatten her back up. I know it's not good to get her fat, but I'd rather have her fat than looking as puny as she was. That was terrible. And the dog that we've been kind of feeding, she shows up every other day, or I mean, it's very inconsistent, but it's always at the same time. She knows when breakfast is, so she comes right before breakfast, and Carolyn feeds her, and she lays around until I have to go to work. Of course, I got to, you know, start moving the lawnmowers around, and she doesn't like the noise, so she runs off. Not runs, but she just kind of walks off. So I don't know what we're supposed to do with her. She won't let us pet her. She won't let us touch her. She'll take food out of your hand, but that's it. So maybe somebody else is feeding her. She is getting heavy, you know, more weight on her. She's looking better, and some of the sores have went away, so that's good. And I would imagine there's not quite as many ticks around right now. So, but like I said in the previous video, I know, you know, somebody's always, no, you need to take her in. But we just can't take her in. Our house is just not big enough to take her in. There's just no way to do it. So, you know, of course we got Skitty, and you know, we took a responsibility to her, and why give up? You know, I'm just not going to torture that poor cat with a dog, a big dog. So, you know, if we do ever decide to keep her, we'll make sure that we have somebody who will adopt her lined up, or, you know, before winter time. We've even talked about if she comes around here in the wintertime that we could put her in the camper and, you know, keep her warm in there. And if she'll go in, I don't know if she'll go in. I really don't want her around here in the wintertime because we'll get in trouble. Somebody will call us in, and, you know, you see it on Facebook every year, people leaving dogs out, and you got to wonder, are they really being left out, or does somebody just let the dogs go potty and they're going to come right back in and out there playing in the snow? And, you know, everybody thinks everything's abuse nowadays. I mean, you know, there was something on Facebook, and I know that I'm sure I'm going to get criticized for this. There was a guy in the park, sitting in the park, you know, just watching the kids. I guess that's weird. Of course, he could have just been sitting in the park and maybe not watching the kids, and the mom was paranoid. Of course, the mom was just panicked. Now, she's in her car. The kids are playing in the playground. She's in the car, kind of watching them. I'm sure she's on the phone. She looks up, and there's a guy sitting on the bench. And she runs over to the guy and tells him how terrible he is, and he needs to leave right now. You abusive. And you get down in the comment section, and, oh, with the world we live in now. Yeah, I know. We live in a world of males. Oh, my gosh. We need to exterminate all males right now, because they're not even allowed in the park because there's children there. Obviously, every man on the planet is an abuser. So if you own a dog and you let it outside in the wintertime, you're an abuser. It's just, where is this planet gone? I know that there's criminals out there, but how many times do you really hear of a stranger abduction? And, you know, a few years ago, it was pretty rare. You never heard of it. Usually an abduction has happened by somebody they know. More times than not, it's actually the father that has abducted the child. Or the child's run away. So, but yeah, every man out there now is an absolute predator, and we all need to be watched and wear ankle monitors, and we get close to the park or the school zone. Oh! I was just so sickened by that. That just, you know, and the thing is, it's the women's mind that's in the gutter. That guy was probably just having a ham sandwich on lunch break. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over my other channel. Really appreciate it. Go check it out. So hope I can inspire you. I don't know, be creative so you can live your dreams. Thanks for watching.